helmets are up along the sideline. The fans are up in the stands. The standing O representing a win and a whole lot of relief as the Huskies needed that one. And the Regina Rams are still looking for their first win of the season. As the fireworks go off in a real celebration here in Saskatoon.
Well, hello and welcome to Pizza Hut Huskies All Access. I'm Darren DuPont. We're upstairs inside the Husky Clubhouse. This week on the show, just one of the outsiders. Joining me, it's Tom Croker, and nice to be up here. The sun is shining. It's a positive week. Huskies are coming off the first win of the season. It's always nice when it comes against the rival Rams.
It's a great feeling. The team needed a win. It was a crucial victory. It doesn't get any less important this week, but great to enjoy a game. Huskies, I thought, were pretty much in control of the game most of the way through. Good performance all around.
All right, well, let's take a moment now as we're going to head to the highlights and see what happened at Griffith Stadium on Friday night against the Rams.
Canada West for yards per game.
How do you do on the back?
My fever is rising. This ship is capsizing 'cause I lose control when you walk on by. We've got one night, one life. Let's do it right. We just wanna lose control. Now I'm gonna do or die. 'Cause we got one night, one life. Let's do it right. If you wanna get crazy, shout. If you wanna turn it upside down, you gotta turn the music up loud. Turn it up loud, turn it up loud now. Are you gonna dive right in? Are you gonna skin it, swim? Are you gonna live loud, proud, letting it all hang out? Do you wanna lose control? Do you wanna touch the sky? We've got one night, one life. Let's do it right. We just wanna lose control. Yeah, we're gonna do or die. 'Cause we got one night, one life. Let's do it right. Yeah, we wanna lose control. Lose control. Yeah, we wanna lose control tonight.
Pizza Hut's great tasting pizzas are the perfect addition to any game day. Order one of our delicious pizzas today. Pizza Hut, make it great.
Come a little closer. Yeah, I want you. We can take it somewhere. We'll shoot right through you. Yeah. Girl, you got me all fired up. Let's get crazy. Gonna have a good time. Girl, you really blew me away. Gonna have a good time. Baby, just call my name. Staying up all night long. I ain't slowing down. Don't care if it's wrong. Gonna take you round and round. Girl, you got me all fired up. Let's get crazy. Gonna have a good time. Girl, you really blew me away. Gonna have a good time. Baby, just call my name. Gonna have a good time. Girl, just take me away. Gonna have a good
So big win against the Regina Rams. Lots to like in this football game.
Absolutely. You know, I'll start on defense. One of the things we talked about last week was stopping their young, talented running back, Atlee Simon. We held him to 33 yards on 11 carries, so check that box off. Another thing, the Huskies have done a really good job of getting to the quarterback this season. 4 more sacks on Friday night, lots of pressures as well. And let's mention Chris Friesen as well. The guy's been an interception machine and threw in another one on Friday. So that was great to see on defense. Looking at offense, we had a nice balanced attack. Tyler Chow was incredible, as he has been throughout his young career. Drew was much more efficient this week. You know, no interceptions. He was around 63, 64% completions. And then, of course, we've got a difference maker at receiver in Mitch Hillis, who had another fine game. Offense was a little slow in the first quarter. You know, again, leaving points off the board. 3 trips, into Regina's half of the field, only coming away with 3 points. But I think the real turning point, the real spark, was that tremendous punt return by Yoel Piak, and it just seemed that things really kicked into gear after that return.
All right, well, we'll get more from the victory over Regina. We're going to tee up the game against UBC this week, and more ahead as we return in a moment to Pizza Hut, Huskies All Access.
Pizza Hut's great-tasting pizzas are the perfect addition to any game day. Order one of our delicious pizzas today. Pizza Hut, make it great!
Burko throws, he's got a man, it's Mitch Hillis. He's trying to get away, he does get a game.
Firing straight through. No hesitation.
Bit of a rodeo.
We're getting crazier tonight, we're gonna feed the fire. Whoa, whoa. Living the extreme, taking everything our hearts desire.
Over the middle, touchdown, Saskatchewan Huskies. Hillis with the touchdown grab, and yes, the Saskatchewan Huskies deliver.
Feel like this whole place could blow. Whoa, we just wanna lose control. We just wanna touch the sky. 'Cause we got one night, one life, let's do it right. We just wanna lose control. Now we're gonna do or die. 'Cause we got one night, one life, let's do it right. Lose control tonight.
Hillis coming across the crossing pattern and earning a couple of extra yards. Jesse.
Burko doing a good job.
I can see it. How you dance tonight. Whoa, whoa. When you twirl your dress and look this way by only candlelight. Whoa, whoa. My fever is rising. This ship is capsizing 'cause I lose control when you walk on by. We've got one night, one life, let's do it right. We just wanna lose control. Now I'm gonna do or die. 'Cause we got one night, one life, let's do it right. If you wanna get crazy, shout. If you wanna turn it upside down.
And this is what you call hitting the brakes coming up right here. Has a pursuer on the back. Whoop! Ducks, dips, dive.
Are you gonna skin and swim? Are you gonna live loud, proud, letting it all hang out? Lose control. Do you wanna touch the sky? We've got one night, one life. Let's do it right. We just wanna lose control. Now we're gonna do or die. 'Cause we got one night, one life. Let's do it right. Now we wanna lose control. Lose control. Now we wanna lose control tonight.
Welcome back to the show. Darren Dupont alongside Tom Croker. A big win for the Huskies over the rival Regina Rams Friday night at Griffith Stadium. Lots to like in this game, Tom. We were forced to use a little bit of that depth in the backfield. Jarvis James going down with a bit of an injury. Tyler Chow was battling something all night long, so we got to see Shane Buchanan touch the ball again, and he didn't disappoint.
Very valuable member of the team, and BT talked about it in the spring and again at the start of training camp. We're looking at him for a bit of a different role this year. We actually looked at him as receiver for during camp, and he's excelled at whatever role we put him in. And so just great veteran leadership, 6.5 yards a carry, just under 90 yards, and a touchdown. So probably wouldn't have won the game without him.
Yeah, a quick note on Tyler Chow. He was battling through injury all game. At moments during the broadcast on Shaw, they're wondering whether or not he's going to be down for the night, and he kept coming back, and he was very effective.
You know, and when he came out by the fourth quarter, or back half of the third quarter, he seemed to look fine out there. He certainly he performed well. They couldn't stop him. He gave them fits, I think, 8.3 yards a carry, well over, I think, 130 yards. Great game by Tyler.
One thing we were waiting on throughout the first two games, and we didn't quite see it, was the efficiency that we saw this week from the quarterback, and Drew Burko. He looked very efficient on Friday night.
Did he ever? And, you know, smart with the ball, threw it away when he had to, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Absolutely loved the TD to Yoel Pioch at the back of the end zone. Blitzer coming unblocked up the middle, and he just was patient, got rid of the ball, and just right on the money. Beautiful pass, great game by Drew.
Well, the Huskies very efficient in the win over Regina. They've got UBC coming up this week in another game that's a must-win or close to it. We'll talk about that in a little bit when we return to Pizza Hut Huskies All Access.
Pizza Hut's great-tasting pizzas are the perfect addition to any game day. Order one of our delicious pizzas today. Pizza Hut, make it great.
On first down, just outside the 30, there goes Chow. He's got a lane, nice spin move at the 40, and gets out across the 50 for a gain of 22.
Up front. Tyler Chow using his speed and bent forward to get up for a big first down.
Limited gain of 27 instead of a touchdown. Here's Chow with another spin around. Gets it across the 30.
Then handed off, no stretch, huge hole. That's because whole lineman opened up for Chow.
Try program, Tyler Chow. He will get the ball again on this first down play. He'll turn the corner and he'll
Again, after to get upfield for a few yards. What's going on? With a little inside step, bounce it out. Plays the save, gets out of bounds.
working with a short field provided by the defense. And Tyler Chow is back into that game. Brought to the knee after this carry.
Even running that ball on that replay for the rest of this game,
No one wants to get in his play. Shovel pass inside for Chow. Dodges his way. Outside, finds a lane across the 20, 15, 10. Jalen Branning with the touchdown preventing tackle.
good job using that vision, realizing all.
Chow, will he turn the corner? Yes, he will.
Early in the game. He's turning on the jet, getting that corner. A little bit ahead of the corner.
Remains in the game, and he remains carrying the football on this first down play. Good up and three. Chow with the rock, and away he goes.
Dominic Burkle.
Saskatchewan, number 61. 10-yard penalty. Make it second down. Double pass inside. Chow. He will turn it up. He will get first down and get across the 52-yard line.
Tyler Chow just seems like he's just getting back into his rhythm that he left off that before getting nicked up. Hit the brakes, coming back underneath.
This week on Friday night, the Huskies are in UBC to take on the Thunderbirds. The Huskies 1-2 on the season and getting set for a home-and-home with Calgary afterwards. So this becomes almost a must-win, Tom. What do you see from UBC?
Well, first of all, we know they have a great young quarterback, and they're going to put up some yards through the air, and as did Regina. But you know what? They are only averaging just over 40 yards a game on the ground. Last week, I thought the key defensively was to stop the run. I think we can do that again this week, and if we can, I think it gives us a good chance. They're going to get their yards, but let's make some big plays as well. One thing the Huskies have done a very good job of this year is getting to the quarterback. We lead the conference with 11 sacks. We also lead the conference in interceptions. If we can keep adding to those totals and stop the run, I think it's going to give us a good chance for a win.
Turnovers are, a real good indicator of who's going to win a ball game. But what are going to be the keys to victory in this football game?
Well, again, shutting down the run, making those big plays on defense, switching to the other side of the ball. UBC's strength on defense is probably their pass rush as well. I think that actually fits very well with Saskatchewan's O-line. Our pass protection has been, I would say, exceptional this year. And so if we can keep their hands off our quarterback, I think we've got a good chance. A nice balance between the run and pass like we saw against Regina. That would be outstanding as well. Also, looking at special teams, we had such a great training camp and preseason game with our field goal kicker, and the punting was very good against Regina on Friday night. We're missing too many of our field goals, barely making just a little over 50%. I'm expecting a close game. In close games, you want to make those kicks, so let's get those through the uprights this week.
Great. Obviously looking for a big special teams game. Who do you look for as an impact player on the Huskies side of the ball?
Well, I'm going to go right back to the two guys we saw on Friday on offense, Mitch Hillis and Tyler Chow, through the air and on the ground. And then on defense, Donovan Dale's been getting it done, leads the conference in sacks, and hopefully he can get one or two more.
Yeah, looking for a big game out of Donovan Dale against his former team on Friday night. Well, the Huskies getting set to take on UBC, a game which can be heard across the radio on 600 CJWW with Dave Thomas and Barkley Schlosser. The rest of the Canada West, we're going to get to that. And you've got Manitoba in Alberta, a big game for both of these teams is, again, the jockeying continues, and it doesn't really seem to be something where you can look back at last week and know who's going to win each week. The picks are tougher, I think, than they've ever been in my memory. So what do you like in this one?
Yeah, and you know, Manitoba, we talk about the situation we were in, our team. Manitoba, they're 1-2. Very close to being 3-0. They were up on Calgary by about 10 points in the fourth quarter. Blew that game and then lost a tight one to UBC. So they're going into Alberta needing a win, and I think they're the better team. Alberta is very tough at home, but I am going to take Manitoba in a narrow win by 4.
Yeah, and the Bisons could very well even be 0-3 as opposed to 3-0 at the same time, and that's just that's what the Canada
right.
the Canada West
Absolutely.
is this season. Calgary is in Regina, and the Dinos really made a statement against Alberta this past week.
I watched that game live, and I thought they were going to reach 1,000 yards. Probably would have if they hadn't have had a long punt return that actually kept them from getting more offensive stats. They're going to go into Regina, and they're going to win. I'll take the Dinos by 35.
And then we've got the Huskies on the road against UBC. A lot of weapons offensively and defensively for UBC. And we still haven't talked about Davis.
And he's probably their biggest weapon, isn't he? And we talked about him last year on the show, and what a dangerous returner. Incidentally, though, as good as he is, the Huskies lead the conference in kick return average. That just shows how good a job Lance has been doing for us. But Davis is dangerous, the most dangerous kick returner in the conference. If we limit him, accomplish summer, all of those things we talked about earlier, I think the Huskies are in with a good chance. Last week I took the Huskies by 1, so this week I'll take them by 2.
All right, well, I've got the Huskies, I've got the Bisons, and the Dinos this week. You know, Dallas is going to take UBC, took the Rams this past week, so he said he'd committed to taking UBC. But that's our picks as we get close to the end of our show this week. Some final thoughts maybe on the game against Regina, the win, or heading into UBC before we say goodbye?
You know, hopefully that gives the team some confidence and just reinforces the fact that these guys know they are a good team. We came into the season thinking we had a pretty good team. I think we started to show it on Friday. But again, another must-win situation this Friday.
Do you think this team has turned the corner, or do you think you need to see something else?
Well, you know, it's one win, right? It's I guess it's not a trend yet. Hopefully, we can say that after this Friday.
Good stuff. Well, we'll leave it there. You can catch the game on 600 CJWW, the voice of the Huskies, with Dave Thomas and Barclay Schlosser. And be sure to check us out on social media. Until next time, on behalf of Tom Croker, I'm Darren DuPont. You've been watching Pizza Hut Huskies All Access.